So $2.2 trillion is a lot of money, but exactly how much of that will you be receiving? Stay tuned, because in today's video, we'll be talking about that and a few ideas on how you can better use and even leverage that money. Stay tuned. Hey, what's up everybody? Brian here, Revenue Pro Tips. Welcome to the channel where every single week we bring you multiple videos several times a week to help you raise your money. All right, get your money game right, whether that be within your personal finances and or your business finances. So if you enjoy making money, you like making money, and you'd like to make a lot more money, then consider at any time during this video hitting that little red subscribe button and the bell notification right next to it so you don't miss when we upload new content. And if you get great value and you like what you see in this video, let us know by hitting that thumbs up button as well. All right, now jumping into today's video, we're talking about this $2.2 trillion coronavirus relief act or relief package. All right, now on March 25th, the U.S. Senate passed one of the largest pieces of legislation in modern history, right, with this relief package. All right. And, you know, this coronavirus or COVID-19 thing has really drastically affected our economy here in the U.S. and in much of the world as well. Right. But what it's done here, at least in the U.S., is for one, cause unemployment rates to definitely skyrocket. So millions of people have been left without jobs. And therefore, we have entered a economic contraction. Now, to try to alleviate some of the impact of this whole thing, you know, our government has sought to help us out. OK, so that is how this, you know, this relief act has come about in the amount of over $2 trillion, $2.2 trillion to be exact. Now, this $2.2 trillion will be distributed in different areas. OK, so for example, there will be some going to the health and medical field. There'll be some going to defense. There'll be some going to education, so on and so forth. But $290 billion, guys, will be issued out to U.S. citizens in the form of check or direct deposit. Now, what does that mean for you? All right, so if you are an individual who made $75,000 or less, according to your 2019 or 2018 income tax returns, right, you will be receiving a check or a direct deposit in the amount of $1,200, okay, for each individual adult within a household. So if you are a married couple, you filed your tax returns jointly, then you will be receiving $2,400 as long as you made jointly $150,000 or less, right? So we're just doubling it based on there being two adults within the household. Okay. Also, for any child within the household, you will be receiving $500. So what does that mean? If you're a married couple, you have two children, you'll be receiving $3,400, right? $1,200 for each adult and $500 per child. Okay. So you'll be getting $3,400. Now, if you're an adult who made more than $75,000 up to $90,000, you will be receiving money still. But remember, for every $1,000 beyond the 75 up to 90, they will be reducing the amount you receive by $5. So if you made $77,000, right, that's $2,000 over the 75, you will be receiving a check of $1,190. All right, so just they're reducing, taking $10 away. All right, so if you made over 90,000, you do not qualify. You will not be receiving anything. All righty, so you know your situation, you know how much money you made, and so you can kind of expect some numbers based on your situation, how many kids, how many adults, things like that, and how much money. Alrighty, now moving on, what I wanted to discuss today was some ideas, right, on how to spend this money, because a lot of us are like, whoa, we're about to get some money that we totally did not expect. Now, for many people, they're super grateful and wishing that it was actually more. So I know for some of you out there, some people out there, they'll think at $1,200, what is that going to do for me? I lost my job. I have a car note. I have house or mortgage, rent, bills, all kind of different things, right? They have children they have to take care of, you know, so I'm not saying that this money that they're going to be sending is going to take care of all these things, but maybe it's something, okay, and you use it and leverage it the best way you can. That's what we're going to talk about now. And obviously a couple of these are going to be no-brainers, right? But also a couple of them might be some things that you might not have considered on how to utilize this money. Alrighty, so the first one, guys, is obviously taking care of the necessities. All right, you know, taking care of your housing, your living expenses, rent, mortgage, things like that, taking care of food, you know, gas, utilities, gas for obviously like your vehicle, and then other utilities as well. Now, I do know for certain parts of the country, you know, I don't know if it's a federal thing or state government type thing, but I know that there are mortgage lenders who are working with customers, okay, willing to allow customers to maybe pay partial payments. Some are allowing them to maybe defer the payment, right, a little bit, and not really like penalize you in terms of like defaulting on your loan and stuff like that. So I'm not giving any advice. I'm not telling you not to pay your bills, right? I would ask you guys to definitely consult with whoever your mortgage lender is. If you have a mortgage, call the mortgage lender up, find out exactly how they're helping people through this tough time. If you're somebody who has maybe lost your job and you cannot afford to pay for your mortgage at this time, you know, maybe you could work out some kind of partial agreement, maybe delaying payment a little bit. Find out, reach out to, because every lender, every individual and different lender is going to have their own way of how they're going about this. Okay, so definitely go that way. In regards to car loan payments and things like that as well, guys, do the same thing. Reach out to the lenders of your auto loan. Ask them, you know, what's going on. There are some who are allowing people to skip a payment, again, defer payments, pay partial payments. So everybody's going to go about it their own separate ways. But I do know if you go to many of the websites for these companies and things like that, whether it's utilities, mortgage, rent, and all these things, right, they're going to have information on how they're handling these deals. Generally on the website, you know, this is such a big deal that most companies and organizations, businesses are letting their customers and clients know upfront on how and if they can help them out in which ways. Okay, it's in terms of like people who are renting. As far as I know, you know, where I live at least, people are still be required to pay their rent, but they cannot be evicted or kicked out of their residence. All right. So I will say this: if you have the money, go ahead and pay it. If you're somebody who has a job or you have enough in savings, go ahead and pay it, guys. It doesn't make no sense of letting this stuff stack up on you 2-3 months. All right. And then having to pay it all at once when you could have been paying it all along. All right. The second thing, guys, is going to be savings. Look, 75% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. So that means that 75% of Americans don't have any money saved up whatsoever, right? Not a month, not a week. Some of them couldn't pull $100 out of their account right now. All right. And well, obviously right now it's pretty easy to explain why that might be for some. But, you know, even if it was perfectly great economic times, many people just aren't saving money. So the second thing would be to save the money, guys. If you have established a payment plan, or however you're going to go about taking care of the necessities, the housing, the utilities and things like that, make sure you save the money, right? You know, if you talk to most financial experts and advisors out there, they're going to inform you that you should have at least 6 months worth of savings saved up. 6 months meaning taking care of all your living necessities, right? So most people don't have that. So I'd advise you, if you don't have at least, I say 4 to 5 months minimum, make sure you're saving this money. Put all of it away, as much of it as you can, because we really don't know how long this is going to last. It could all end next week. It could take 2, 3, 4 months. So if you're somebody with only a couple months worth of savings, you definitely need to be saving this money. Okay. So again, we got those couple things. The third thing, guys, is something that, again, an idea that might have not come across. You might not even be aware of some of these opportunities and options. And one, for example, would be to put money towards zero interest debt. Right. Right now, the federal student loans, for example, are not being required to pay. So if you have a federal student loan, go on to, you know, whatever website you have to do your research, obviously. But all federal student loans have come to a halt. So from the month of March up until September 2020. So that means you're not required to pay if you have a federal student loan from March to mid-March up to September 2000 of this year. All right. And during that time frame too, it's 0%. Okay, so if you are somebody who can't afford to pay your student loan, know that it's 0% for that time period, and therefore all the money that you're going to be paying, if you decide to pay, will go totally towards the principal, and that will help you definitely cut down the loan, the time that you're going to be paying on this loan, and thus how much money you're actually going to be paying, because it'll all be going towards principal, help you pay it off much faster. Okay, now again, do your research. If you have private loans, that is not applicable. To my understanding, it's only federal student loans at this time, but take advantage of that. It's a phenomenal opportunity, because we know in this country how much the student loans are just ridiculous. Trillions of dollars of debt and student loans. Okay, so pay down those things fast. Take advantage of the 0% interest rate. All right, the last thing I'm going to share with you guys is to invest the money. Okay, you're taking care of the first three, the necessities. You have enough in savings. You don't have you have no debt in terms of like things that you could pay off quickly that have 0% interest rates, right? You're taking care of all those things. Invest the money. Don't go out and spend it on the new pair of shoes. Don't go out and spend it on TVs. This is not the opportunity to go and buy TVs. Look, take advantage of this money. Okay. There are several businesses that you can start. And on our channel, we have a video. Look out for a video. I'll put a link in the description below for businesses that you can start for under $1,000 or $1,000 or less, guys. Check that out. There are multiple businesses. And again, if you're familiar with our channel, you know that we're huge advocates of online-based business, and several of those you can start for $1,000 or less dollars, some even absolutely free. All right. The stock market's on sale right now, right? Do your research. If you're somebody who knows something about stocks, you're probably already investing right now. The stock market is on sale. There's phenomenal opportunities to get into the stock market. If you're somebody who's been interested, do your research. If you have more time on your hands because maybe you're out of work right now, and that is really unfortunate, but don't get down on yourself. Use this as an opportunity to grow in your knowledge, your understanding of things that you're interested in. For those of you who are interested in stocks and things like that, take advantage of the opportunity, because there's huge discounts right now, and the stock market, of course, is going to correct itself. So I don't suggest just going in there and spending on anything, right? Get with some people, reach out to some people, see if you can get some help, whatever it takes to gain a better understanding and to put yourself in a better economic position when all of this is over. All right. Also, real estate. If you're interested in real estate, start doing research, start paying attention to the market. Right now, interest rates are incredibly low, historical low numbers, right? So take advantage of that. Also, pay attention to the housing market as a whole. Are we going to see another recession type drop and crash in the real estate industry and business? Some people are predicting so, and that means ample time to buy, invest into real estate. Okay, so pay attention to those few things, guys. Those are just a few tips on how to better use or leverage the money in terms of investing and building businesses, things that are going to create assets for you and produce more money over time for you. All right. So that is it for this video today. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to drop it in the comments below. If you have suggestions on how people can use this money or things that you've done to grow your money, let us know by leaving it in the comments below as well. Again, if you have not subscribed, hit the red subscribe button, the bell notification. Also hit that thumbs up button as well, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you're following us on all social media platforms. And if you are looking for an opportunity to start a business, guys, click the first link in the description below for our #1 recommendation on how to make money online and create a legit amazing business. Really, you'll love what you see. But with that said, guys, this is Brian with Revenue Pro Tips. I hope that you and your family and loved ones are safe during this time. Keep your head up, stay positive, stay strong, stay focused, and we will see you next time. Peace.